Bruce Kupfera's text, 2001 and Counting, explores the zeitgeist in which the film 2001 A Space Odyssey was conceived and released. Kupfera makes the point that the film is representative of the socio-political climate in which it was born. His analysis culminates in a re-evaluation of humanity's ontology and the role that technology will play in defining its new parameters. Kubrick's film was released in 1968 amongst a wave of original thought and shifting perspectives. Kupfera explores the impetus behind the psychological transformation that took place throughout 60s America. The film was made amidst the Cold War and the space race, which was a central feature of it. The technological and scientific rivalry between the USA and the USSR culminated in massive technological achievements such as Sputnik, the first Earth satellite, and Apollo 8, the first moon landing. But it also posed the threat of mutually assured destruction should tensions reach a boiling point, the greatest threat ever faced by our species. In the face of destruction, a sense of urgency is ushered in and social movements are intensified and catalyzed. While the prospect of war and interplanetary travel escalated, so too were frontiers being broken in politics and the sciences. Kupfera says it was a period of innovative thought and practice, a time of experiment and realization of new potential in existential understanding reflected in politics and the knowledge disciplines. The emergence of Niels Bohr's quantum mechanics intertwined the observer and the observed, highlighting the mutually exclusive relationship. The objective view of science was being challenged as we began to understand that we approach this objectivism subjectively, that is to say that our neurological outlook influences our reality. In addition, a reconfiguration of biology through the discovery of DNA adjusted our deterministic attitude toward existence and empowered us to be creators of our own fate, a Nietzschean concept that the article expands on. Rationalism and empiricism were beginning to be critiqued through Freudian and Jungian theories into the unconscious. This brought the whole realm of science into question, as our outward projections of science could be understood as elaborate rationalizations of internal pathologies. Ecological and environmental movements also sparked the evolution of a worldview where nature and humans coexist and are in fact intimately intertwined. Kubrick's illustration of our Earth as seen from space complemented this globalist ideology, supporting new ideas of unity. Kupfera makes these points in favor of a total shift of our understanding of ourselves and the relationship we share with our planet. Not mentioned in the article, but I think of critical importance, was a psychedelic revolution taking place that coincided with the aforementioned phenomena. The widespread use of psychedelics, particularly LSD, afforded people profound insights in the way that we perceive reality, coming to conclusions like that of Buckminster Fuller, who asserted that the universe consists of non-simultaneously apprehended events, meaning that our reality is experienced through a very narrow field of consciousness or capacity for awareness. All these transformative dimensions combined to form the zeitgeist of the 60s. 2001 A Space Odyssey was conceived amidst an uprooting of convention and a radical shift in the way that we perceive the world. It was a time where humans reorientated their ontology through means of shifting of consciousness and the development of technology. Everything was being revised and reconsidered. It was a rapid appraisal of everything we thought to be true, including our own cosmological position. Kupfera also demonstrates how the philosophy of 2001 is intertwined with Nietzsche's idea of self-assertion and overcoming. The rethinking of our place in the cosmos is a consideration of human potential. Rather than accepting traditional dogmas, 2001 transcends the ceiling of human thought and leaves us feeling that we are totally in control of our future selves. We are given the choice of empowerment or catastrophe. Nothing is predestined or predetermined, and we are single-handedly responsible for our fate. Similarly, Nietzsche deplores deterministic ideologies and instead perceives life as a constant becoming, moving toward his ideal of the Übermensch, the highest form of self-realization for humans. Kupfera says that the final events of A Space Odyssey are altogether Nietzschean, an orientation to the future, one which is open and uncertain. Technology is central to these ideas, as it is the tool that can be harnessed for growth or destruction. Kupfera notes that both ideologies intersect on a cosmic scale and will dictate the future of humanity.